Hey y'all, get ready with me while I tell y'all about why I absolutely hate flying standby, okay? So I have to get ready to go to work today, hence the uniform is on. I was like, let me just hop on here and tell y'all what happened. So on my days off, I wanted to do a quick trip to go see my family in Atlanta. So I live in Dallas. I did a morning flight, first flight of the day. It was like what time was it? A 6 a.m. flight to Atlanta. So I'm up early. I was like, you know what? It's just gonna be a quick day trip. I was going to my little cousin's birthday dinner, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna swoop in, and then there's a late night flight from Atlanta to Dallas at what time is it? At like 10:40 p.m. So I was like, you know what? I'll be there all day. I can catch that last flight and go back home, like be home in the same day. So I was like, okay, that works. Flight to Atlanta was open. It had about 40 seats open, and we only need one. So getting there was easy. I was like, okay, cool. Nobody wants to wake up for a 6 a.m. flight. So I already knew that was gonna be open. I get to Atlanta, everything's cool. I have a great day, spend time with my family. And then it's time to get back to the airport so I can make my way back to Dallas, right? Now I've taken this 10:40 p.m. flight plenty of times. There's always open seats. Like I'm talking at least 15 to 20 seats. So I'm like, okay, I know I'm gonna make this one. And it was a weekday. It was Wednesday. Y'all, please tell me why I get to the gate and it looks packed. But I'm like, girl, don't even worry about it. Mind you, I didn't even check the standby list. I really don't check it for real because I don't want to give myself anxiety. Anything can happen. Like, people will be missing their flights. They have a connection that doesn't make it. Anything can happen. So I don't like to even look at the standby list. I get to the gate and I'll just look at the monitor. The monitor has about 40 standbys. 40 standbys, and I'm number 27. I'm like, whoa, it's never looked like that. But mind you, I'm like, okay, just relax, just relax. Y'all, please tell me why I did not make that flight. Yeah, I was looking stupid. And that was the last flight to get to Dallas. So I was like, oh my God, I was not expecting that. And then I was banking on getting on that flight that I didn't even bring clothes for the next day because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go home the same day. So I was looking really stupid. Now I have to look at flights for tomorrow, and the first flight in the morning is a 5:30 flight with American, and then I believe the next flight after that is a 7:20 flight, something like that with Delta. So I was like, okay, cool, I got options. I look at the availability for the American flight, and it's about 20 seats open. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now that whole night is a whole nother story, and let me know if you guys want me to tell y'all about that. But let's just one story at a time. So fast forward, it's time to board for this 5:30 flight, right? Now I'm in line. Already get my ticket. Got the ticket before we even started boarding. They cleared me. So I'm like, okay, bet. Like I got it. I'm cool. I get me some Starbucks. I'm like, all right, we're going home. Cool. I'm in the exit row. I'm sitting in the exit row, seatbelt on, everything. I'm ready to go. She done already briefed us. So I'm like, okay, we about to go. There was another person that was on standby who had his uniform on. He was sitting next to me. I didn't have my uniform on. He had his uniform on. He was chilling. Now, the gate agent who is working the actual flight, she comes on board. She comes to the exit row, talks to the flight attendant next to me, and was like, hey, we're having a weight imbalance issue, so we're gonna have to remove you off the plane. We have to remove all standbys off the plane. So he's like, I'm commuting to work, so mind you, he worked for American, so he's like, okay, y'all wanna play these games, and then y'all gonna be mad when I can't make it to work. So I'm sitting there, hush mouth, real quiet, because I'm like, okay, hopefully she don't pay attention that I'm also on standby because I'm not in my uniform. And I'm like, I gotta go home. I don't even have to go to work, but I'm like, it's time to go home. So let me just be quiet, look forward, don't ask no questions. So I'm sitting there. She goes over and she's like taking other people, telling them, hey, you gotta get up, you gotta get up, you gotta get up. I'm like, okay, she's not gonna come to me, like, it's fine. She was like, ma'am, yeah, come on, you too. I was like, whatever. So I get out the plane, and apparently there was a weight imbalance issue. Now, never in my flight attendant life have I had a weight imbalance issue to where you have to pull off passengers. Like, huh? Apparently, with the actual flight that I was on, there was something going on with the weight imbalance. After they took all the standbys off, they were like, now we need more fuel, and that's gonna cause us to take off confirmed passengers who paid for a flight. We're gonna take them off. So we're gonna have to offer up some money. So that's what they were dealing with. I don't know what was tea with that, but it was time for me to go catch the next flight because I'm trying to get home. Your girl is running out of time, so I'm gonna have to make a part 2. I head over all the way to, I believe it was the B gates, and y'all, I get to that, it was a Delta flight. Not only is it packed, but I am listed, so that's all that matters. I'm listed, and now I gotta compete with all the other people who were on standby from the American flight that went over and tried to book for this flight. So I'm like, Lord, please let there be enough seats for me to get on because I don't have time. I'm ready to go home. And it was packed. On top of that, we were delayed. Why we delayed? Because a flight attendant is running late. Like, of course. It be your own people. You know what? Let me try to wipe this off, y'all. Hold on. Now, since I'm waiting, I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and just get my steps in for today. I'm walking and somebody was trying to get my attention. So I turn around. I'm like, yes. Y'all, please tell me why I met a member of the Pristine Posse. Oh my God. So that made my day. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you don't know about the Pristine Posse, what are you doing? Check out my YouTube at Real Pristine. But yes, your girl's on YouTube. But anyways, I saw a member of the Pristine Posse in the airport, in the Atlanta airport. I was like, oh my God. So that was nice. That was a nice little touch to my day. And we chatted up for a second. And then I was like, okay, kill some time. Next thing you know, my flight is about to board. Finally, a flight attendant shows up. We board, by the grace of God. I got a seat, and it was in main cabin extra. So I was like, okay, period. Y'all, I get on the plane, and of course, I'm in a middle seat. And both of the people were spilling over the seat, all right? And I'm like, okay, great, okay? Gotta pick a struggle, cannot have it all. Obviously, cannot have it all. But you know what? I'm like, at this point, I'm not even mad. I got a seat. They could have gave me a seat on the toilet. I would have took it just to go home because I don't want to be in the airport all day. Like, no. So I finally make it home. I'm tired. I'm drained. I'm over it. But standby is not for the weak, okay? And I promise you, flying standby will humble you so quick. Like, when it comes to flying standby, honey, do not be picky. You better be grateful for getting a seat. I don't care if it's the one next to the bathroom, the one in between two big Santa Claus. It don't matter. It don't matter. Like, you better get your mask and your sunglasses, your blanket, and be quiet and enjoy the ride, okay? Like, that's really all you can do. But what got me is, why is it a full flight on a 10:40 p.m. flight to Dallas on a Wednesday? What's going on? I don't know what was going on, because I really thought, you know, I was gonna get home. So I don't know if it's the summer flying of it all or what, but I'm ready for them kids to get back in school. And I'm ready for the summer flying to come to an end, and we'll get a mini break, a mini break Then it's going to pick back up Labor Day. And then we get another little break. And then come November, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, that holiday flying is nothing to play with. I'm not excited for that because it's funny how we went through a pandemic all that time sitting in the house wearing masks, and the minute we get the opportunity to take the mask off, people don't know how to cover their mouth when they sneeze, when they cough. I mean, it's like, did you not learn anything? You didn't learn anything. Not washing their hands when they get out of the lab. Like, so, yeah. I'm not excited for that. But that was my little standby drama, y'all. Be sure to check out my YouTube channel. And I'm going to talk to y'all later.